Hi, this is the CAD-CAM Lessons channel, and in this video I'll tell you how you can create mirror geometry in a sketch in FreeCAD. I'll show you how to do this and tell you what advantages and disadvantages it has. FreeCAD is a completely free 3D modeling program where you can create your own 3D models, including for 3D printing or for collaboration with other CAD-CAM systems. Quick note, I've created a FreeCAD Mini-Course that you can buy to support the channel. It's like getting me a coffee, but you also get a complete project to keep forever. Link is below. And now, let's move to FreeCAD. We'll create a new project in the Part Design module, and here we'll go to the Sketch. In 3D CAD systems, the Sketch is the foundation for creating 3D solids. Usually we work on the principle that we create a 2D sketch and then based on the 2D sketch we create a 3D solid, and actually, in many cases, most of the time related to 3D modeling is working with 2D sketch, that is, with flat geometry, because this is where it really happens. Sometimes situations arise where we have a sketch that we could create in such a way that we create part of the sketch and then perform mirror of this geometry so that we get this sketch on the other side of the symmetry axis, and we can do such a thing in FreeCAD. However, as far as I'm concerned, I don't use this method too often because this method has one disadvantage that causes this method to not really speed up sketch creation that much, but maybe it will work for you, and in your case it will be applicable and this option will be useful for you. I'll create an example sketch here. I'll create, for example, a rectangle with dimensions 150 by 70 millimeters, and now I'll create 3 circles. So I'll create the first circle whose center will lie on the x-axis. It will be a circle with a diameter of 15 millimeters, and now I'll create 2 circles in such a way. I right-click to cancel the circle drawing command, and now I would like these circles to have the same diameter. I would like these circles to lie in one vertical line. And now I define the distances between these points, here for example 25 millimeters. And we'll also define the distance of the circle center from this point, and here let's enter 20 millimeters. As for the distance between these circles, let's enter 40 millimeters here. Okay, I right click and here I'll also apply symmetry constraint. And okay, we have a fully constrained sketch. These geometries are already fully dimensioned and the position of these geometries is fully defined. And now I would like to get these geometries on the other side of the y-axis. We could draw this geometry. There are several geometries here, so it wouldn't be too time-consuming, but we can speed up part of the process by using the mirror feature for geometry in the sketch. And it works in such a way that we select the geometry we want to mirror, choose the symmetry option, and indicate the symmetry axis. In this case, I click on the y-axis, and now these geometries are on the other side of the y-axis. We have mirrored copies here, but these geometries at this moment are displayed in green, but these geometries are not constrained. We have 6 degrees of freedom here, and in a moment I'll move one geometry, and the color of these geometries will change to white. And this command works in such a way that it creates mirrored copies of geometry relative to the selected symmetry axis, but doesn't transfer most of the constraints. Here specifically, these geometries were copied in such a way that they are dimensioned and equality constraint is applied, but the distances between these geometries were not copied, and actually the position of these geometries is not defined. If you don't touch this sketch, don't change it, close this sketch and create a solid based on this sketch and don't do anything more with this sketch, then this method is okay. In this way we can speed up the creation of sketch geometry a bit. However, if we now go to edit this sketch and you want to change something, here of course if we change any dimension on this source side, of course it won't be transferred to the other side. And now as you can see these geometries are white and actually these geometries are not constrained at all. The position of these geometries is not defined, and for this sketch to be fully constrained we need to apply constraints here. Of course we can do this in such a way that we use the position of these geometries, and here we'll use several constraints that will appropriately place the position of these geometries. Here we still need to add distances. And okay, now the sketch is fully constrained. And as you can see, in some cases this method can indeed be useful, can make creating geometry easier. This can work in situations where we want to do something quickly and we simply don't care about full sketch constraint because we create some geometry, mirror it on the other side of the symmetry axis, and later we don't return to this geometry. What matters is to do it once and quickly, and not to return to it later. But if you want to do it in such a way that you want to create sketch geometry and there may be a possibility that you'll return to it sometime and introduce some changes, then it's better to add all constraints so that the sketch is fully constrained. Here, when it comes to creating such geometries, of course the symmetry axis can be any geometry. I'll create an example shape here. We have such a rectangle, and I'll create a line here, more or less like this. Okay, and now I'll create a circle. And now I select the circle, choose the symmetry command, and indicate this line as the symmetry axis. So here we can use any geometry. And as I said, in some cases this option can speed up and facilitate creating 2D sketches, but you must remember that copies of geometry that are created after mirror feature are not constrained. And as long as you don't change the position of these geometries, as long as you don't move any geometry, they will be in the place where they were copied. But if you accidentally move any geometry, then unfortunately the sketch will no longer be correct. And in this video I wanted to show you this option, and I wanted to show that such an option exists in FreeCAD, that in some cases it can be useful, but you must be careful with it so you don't accidentally make a mistake. And that's all for today. We'll end here. Thanks for watching and please subscribe to this channel.